Hello students, welcome to AIMS India online classes. So here we're going to discuss about chemistry chapter acids, bases and salts. Already from this chapter in the previous sessions we have discussed about different kinds of acids, bases and salts and what happens when an acid and base reacts, what is neutralization reaction and different kinds of indicators used for detecting these acids and bases. On these all concepts, we are going to have a small assessment today on this chapter acids, bases and salts. Okay children, now we are going to give some questions to you. Read the questions carefully, observe the options and try to answer them yourself. Okay, let us start the assessment. Okay, the first question. To protect tooth decay, we are advised to brush our teeth regularly. The nature of the toothpaste commonly used is, yes, in the morning and night, generally we will be brushing regularly, isn't it? With the toothpaste because to avoid this tooth decay. So, what kind of substance is this toothpaste? What is the nature of this toothpaste? They're asking here. Let us see options: acidic, neutral, basic, and corrosive. What kind of nature it is having, children? Toothpaste? Yes, toothpaste is basic in nature. Because in our body or in the stomach or mouth, a little quantity of acidic substances are being produced. So as these acidic substances, they may spoil our teeth. They may cause decay of our teeth. To avoid this, generally we use these toothpaste while brushing. This toothpaste contains some basic substances in it. So these basic substances react with the acids present in our mouth and they will stop tooth decay. Okay children, toothpaste is basic in nature. Okay, let's go to next question. Read it here. Which of the following phenomena occur when a small amount of acid is added to water? Yes, what happens if we add acid to a water? Yes, let us see. Yes, they have taken certain amount of water in a beaker. They added a few drops of acid into that. What happens when we add acid into water? Is it happening ionization, neutralization, dilution or salt formation? What happens? Out of these, what is the first one here? Ionization. What does it mean? Ion means charged particle. Ionization means formation of charged particles. While discussing about these acids and bases, we told that when an acid or base is added with water, the molecules of these acids and bases they split into separate positive and negative ions. That splitting is called ionization. Ionization means splitting of acid and base molecules when dissolved into water. This extent of splitting depends upon the nature of the acid or base. Based upon that, we disaggregated them as a strong and base. Suppose an acid, when dissolved completely, all the molecules they split or ionize into positive and negative ions. Then it is said to be strong acid. If only few molecules are ionized, then that is called weak acid. Anyhow, here the splitting of an acid into respective positive and negative ions when dissolved into water is called ionization. Next one, what is neutralization? The reaction of an acid with base to form salt and water is called neutralization. What is happening here? We are taking only acid to dissolve into water. We are not taking any base here. So neutralization will not occur. Because only acid we are dissolving into water, there is no reaction of acid and base here. No neutralization occurs. Neutralization means reaction of an acid with base to form salt and water. It is not happening here. Dilution. What is meant by dilution? Yes, the addition of water to an acid or base is called dilution. If there is only acid, that is called concentrated acid. To that acid, if water is added in the large quantity, then that is called diluted acid or dilute acid. So dilution means addition of water. The same we are doing here now. We are taking few drops of acid and we are mixing that with a large quantity of acid, water. So what happened? That acid is diluted. So this is also happening now. What is this fourth one given? Salt formation. Is there any salt formation in this? No. Why? Because only acid is taken and it is mixed with water. So when salt will be formed? When an acid mixes with base, then they form salt and water. So that is called neutralization reaction. But here we have taken only an acid and it is mixed with water. Then there is no formation of salt at all. Now let us see options. Only 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, and 2 and oh, 2 times it is given same. Anyhow, it is not correct answer because the second one is not happening. So here what is happening? Ionization of acid occurs. Whatever the acid is, when you dissolve it into water, the molecules of acid splits into respective positive and negative ions. For example, if you dissolve hydrochloric acid into water, that splits into H plus and Cl minus ions. That is called ionization, formation of ions from its molecules. Okay, ionization occurs here, and even dilution also is occurring. Dilution means mixing of an acid with water. These two are happening. So where is it correct answer now? Yes, it is correct answer. Dilution and ionization both are occurring when we add an acid into water. Okay, let's go to next question. Next one, which of these is not a natural indicator? See, they are going to show here some indicators. What is indicator means? We know that the chemical substance which indicates the which is used to identify acids and bases by the color indication. Example, yes, litmus, phenolphthalein, naphthalene, turmeric, China rose. These all come under indicators. These are used for identification of acids and bases. Okay. Now, out of these all indicators, some are natural indicators, some are artificial or man-made indicators. What are those? Let us see here. Given litmus, China rose, methyl orange, and turmeric solution. Out of these, which is not a natural indicator? Yes, children, can you guess? Yes, it is methyl orange. Yes, because methyl orange is prepared in the laboratory. It is not extracted from natural resources. So, methyl orange comes under synthetic indicator. Along one more it is there, we have studied that is phenolphthalein also. Yes, phenolphthalein and methyl orange are synthetic indicators or artificial indicators because they are prepared from the chemicals. What we have seen here, see, litmus, China rose, turmeric solution, these all are extracted from natural substances. Litmus is extracted from lichen, algae and fungus. China rose is extracted from one of the flowers. Turmeric is, as we know, it is one of the domestic use purpose used. So these all are natural indicators because these are extracted from the natural sources. But methyl orange and phenolphthalein are the indicators which are prepared in the laboratory. Hence, they are artificial or synthetic indicators. It is not a natural indicator. Okay. Next question. What is the taste of acid? Yes, how does an acid taste? What is the taste of acid, children? See options here. Sour, salty, sweet, and bitter. What is the taste of acids? How do they taste? Yes, acids taste sour. The taste of acids is sour. Yes, some fruits like citrus fruits like lemon, orange, if you taste them, we feel that sourness because these fruits contain acids. Yes, citric acid, ascorbic acid, these are present in them. Because of the presence of these acids in them, they taste sour. Because the acid's taste is sour. Okay, next. Next question. Litmus paper is available in which color or which colors? In how many colors litmus paper is available to us? Yes, in two colors. What are those two colors? Is it red and blue or red and green? Blue and green? Green and yellow. In which colors it is available to us? Children, can you say in which colors litmus papers are available to us? Of course, litmus papers are available in two colors. What are those two colors? Yes, they are red and blue. Litmus papers are available in red color and blue color. Yes, red litmus is used to identify the basic substances because this red litmus paper turns blue when it dipped into base solutions. And blue litmus paper is used to identify acidic solutions because this blue litmus paper dipped into acidic solutions, it turns to red color. Anyhow, here litmus papers are available in two colors. They are red and blue. Here, yes, well, red litmus is used to identify the bases, and blue litmus paper is used to identify acids. Okay, two colors. They are red and blue. Next question. What is the color of turmeric solution in presence of base? Yes, we told turmeric powder or turmeric solution is also used as natural indicator to identify acids and bases. And what color changes it shows with the acids and bases? Let us see here. They're asking the turmeric solution color change with the base. Is it yellow, red, blue, or green? What kind of color change it will show? What is the color of turmeric solution actually? Yes, if you take turmeric solution, it will be in the yellow color. We know turmeric powder is yellow powder. When you dissolve this into water, it forms yellow solution, yellow colored liquid. That we say turmeric solution. When you add few drops of base to the solution, what will be the color change? Yes, in which color it will be then? When a base is added, it changes to red color. Yes, when turmeric water or turmeric solution is added with some base, it turns to red color. What color change it will show with acids? Turmeric solution does not show any color change with acids. It remains in the yellow color only. It won't show any color change with the acids. But when we add few drops of base to the turmeric solution, it turns to red color. Okay? Turmeric solution turns to red color in the presence of base. Okay? Next question. So the question is, children, what is the color of phenolphthalein in acidic solution? What is phenolphthalein here? It is one of the artificial or synthetic indicators. Actually, it will be colorless solution. It is a transparent colorless liquid actually, phenolphthalein. It is used for identification of acids and bases. It shows some color changes with these substances. Now here it is asked, what is the color of phenolphthalein in acidic solution? See options: pink, blue, yellow, colorless. What kind of color change it will show phenolphthalein with acidic solutions? Yes, it will be colorless only. When phenolphthalein is added to acid, so it is acid we can say. When this phenolphthalein is added to an acid, there will be no color change in the acid. It won't show any effect with the acids because phenolphthalein is already in the colorless form. It is a transparent liquid. Few drops of this, if it is added to acid, even then also there will be no change in the color. When you add the same phenolphthalein to a base, few drops, immediately the color changes to pink. So it will show color change with the bases, but phenolphthalein won't show any color change with acids. It remains colorless only. Okay. Phenolphthalein solution does not show any color with acidic solutions. It remains colorless. It shows pink color with bases. When you add few drops of phenolphthalein to a base solution immediately turns into nice pink color. Okay, that's about phenolphthalein indicator. Next question. Which of these is formed after neutralization reaction? Okay, they have given here what are the substances formed after the neutralization reaction. What is here neutralization reaction means? Neutralization means the reaction between an acid and base. So when an acid and base react each other, what do they form? Let us see options. Salt, acid, base, alkali. Yes, what will be formed after the neutralization reaction occurring? Yes, when an acid and base react, there occurs neutralization reaction. In the neutralization reaction, and salt. Water and salt are formed as products in the neutralization reaction. So here in the given options, salt is correct answer. Of course, even water also will be formed, but here they are given about only salt. So salt is formed in the neutralization reaction. Okay, you can see here example when an acid and base react each other, they form salt along with water. For example, if we say hydrochloric acid HCl, when it mixes with the sodium hydroxide base, acid and base they mix, they form sodium chloride salt and water. So what is happening here? Acid and base they are reacting each other and they are neutralizing each other. They are forming finally salt and water. This reaction is called neutralization reaction and the products formed are salt and water. Okay, this is correct answer. Next question. Yes, children. Which acid is secreted by walls of stomach? Yes. In our body also some acids are produced. Especially in stomach. From the walls of stomach, certain acid is being produced. Yes, there is some use of this acid. This acid will protect us from the bacteria and germs entered into our body along with food. That acid will kill those bacteria and dissolve. Not only that, that acid is useful for us in digestion of food also. So certain acid is being produced in our stomach from the walls of stomach. What is that acid they're asking here? Let us see options. Yes, in this stomach, from the walls of this stomach, certain acid is being produced. That acid is used for killing of bacteria entered into our body along with the food in this way. When this food entered into here, those bacteria present in that will be dead when this touches this acid present in the stomach. Not only that, this acid is used in digestion of food also. The acid is it nitric acid, acetic acid, sulfuric acid, or hydrochloric acid? What is that acid? The acid segregated by our walls of stomach. What is that acid, children? Yes, it is hydrochloric acid. This is commonly known as gastric juice. This contains hydrochloric acid. The acid produced in our stomach is hydrochloric acid. This kills the bacteria entered into the body and even it helps in digestion of food also. Okay, that is hydrochloric acid. Next one, which acid is present in oranges? Yes, we told some acids are present in the vegetables and fruits also. Especially they're asking here what acid present in the oranges. Let us see options. Yes, these are oranges. What acid is present in them? Let us see here. Is it citric acid, acetic acid, formic acid, or tartaric acid? Which acid is present in them? Based on the name of that acid present in them, they are specially called certain fruits. Yes, can you identify that acid? What acid is present in the oranges out of these four acids? Yes, the acid is citric acid. So, by the presence of this citric acid only, these fruits are called citrus fruits. Did you hear this word, children? Yes, they are called citrus fruits because they contain citric acid in them. So, oranges contain citric acid. Of course, there is one more acid also which is called ascorbic acid. But here in the given options, out of these, citric acid is present in oranges. Okay, next question. Which acid is present in vinegar? Yes, we know vinegar is one of the household substances. We use this vinegar in food items to give some taste, and for the preservation of food items also they use this vinegar. So this vinegar is made up of certain acid. What acid is that? Is it malic acid, citric acid, acetic acid, or formic acid? Which acid is present in the vinegar, children? Vinegar is containing acetic acid. Yes, with acetic acid, vinegar is prepared. Yes, acetic acid is present in it. This acetic acid is used in food items as vinegar. This gives certain taste to the food, and at the same time, this acetic acid or vinegar is also used for the preservation of certain kinds of food items also. Okay, next one. In which of the following is ascorbic acid present? Yes, ascorbic acid. It is also known in the common as vitamin C, which is very important for our human body for the immunity power. To increase immunity in our human body, vitamin C is very important. This vitamin C is also called ascorbic acid. So, in which this ascorbic acid is available for us? That's the question here. Let us see options. Ants, milk, tea and coffee, fruits and vegetables. From which of these we can get this ascorbic acid or vitamin C? Yes, is it from ants or milk, tea and coffee, fruits and vegetables? From which we get this ascorbic acid? Yes, it is from fruits and vegetables. This ascorbic acid or vitamin C is available for us from fruits and vegetables. We say these are citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, these all are rich of vitamin C. Okay, we should take them much because this vitamin C is very important for us. Okay, what is the acid present in the ants? We said it already. When an ant bites us, we feel immediately some pain at that spot. This is because of certain acid present in or produced from their stings of ants. That acid is formic acid. So acids produce formic acid. What acid is present in the milk? It is called malic acid. Milk and sauerkraut they contain malic acid in them. Tea and coffee they produce tannic acid. Okay, fruits and vegetables they have ascorbic acid, which is also called vitamin C. Vitamin C we get from fruits and vegetables. We should take them much. Okay, next question. Yes, vitamin C foods these are fruits and vegetables. Mostly the citrus fruits. I think you can observe here like lemons, oranges, these all are shown. These are called citrus fruits and they contain large amount of vitamin C in them. Ascorbic acid is available much from these fruits. Okay, next question. How does methyl orange indicator change its color in the presence of acids? Yes, methyl orange is one of the indicators, and that too, it is one of the synthetic indicators. Yes, because it is prepared from the chemicals in the laboratory, so it is called synthetic indicator. What kind of color changes it will show with the acids and bases? That is the question here. Yes, methyl orange. Initially, this will be in the orange color. It shows different colors with acids and bases. Now let us see, they are asking here what color change it will show with the acids. What is the color of methyl orange in the presence of acids? Is it red or white or green or yellow? What is the color of methyl orange in the presence of acids? Yes, it is red color. Methyl orange turns red in the presence of acids. Yes, see here, this is methyl orange. Actually, its color is light orange color. When you add few drops of this to acid, it turns to dark pink or red, we can say. When you add few drops of this methyl orange to a base or alkali, it turns into yellow color. Now the question is the methyl orange color in the presence of acid, that is red color. Red is correct. Okay. Next question. A substance X is found in the milk of magnesia. What is X? What is the milk of magnesium? It is one of the chemical substances which is taken in the form of medicine for getting cure from indigestion problem. Yes, we told generally our stomach produces certain chemical substance called acid, hydrochloric acid, which is used for the killing of bacteria entered into our body and for digestion of food also. So, but sometimes what happens, our stomach produces excess amount of hydrochloric acid than the required. Certain amount of acid produced will be utilized for the digestion and the remaining amount will be remain in the same form. So this excess amount of hydrochloric acid causes indigestion and even certain burning sensation in our chest. So to get a cure from this burning sensation and indigestion problem because of hydrochloric acid, generally we take some medicines called milk of magnesia. So what chemicals this milk of magnesia contains? That's the question here. Let us see a salt, water, or a base, or an acid. Yes, what is present in the milk of magnesia? Yes, we're telling to neutralize the excess amount of hydrochloric acid produced in the stomach. We are taking this milk of magnesia. So this milk of magnesia should contain, yes, a base. Then only this base can react with that excess acid and it can neutralize it. So that we get relief from this indigestion and even burning sensation. So milk of magnesia contains a base. That name is magnesium hydroxide. So milk of magnesia is the solution of magnesium hydroxide. This magnesium hydroxide, when it is taken as medicine, it reacts with the excess amount of hydrochloric acid produced in the stomach and it neutralizes it. So we get the cure from that burning sensation. Okay, it is a solution of magnesium hydroxide which is a base. Next one. Which is the weakest acid among the following? Yes, based upon the ionization, acids are classified into two types we told. Some acids on dissolving into water, they split completely into respective ions. They separate into respective ions completely. those are called strong acids. But some acids, they cannot ionize completely. Only a few out of complete molecules they split into respective ions. Such kind of acids are called weak acids. Now here they are asking out of the given options which is weakest acid. Let us see options once so that we can understand. Citric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. Out of these acids, which is the weakest acid, which ionizes very less quantity on dissolving into water? Check these ones, children. Yes, that is citric acid. Citric acid is one of the weak acids because the citric acid is one of the natural acids or organic acid we say, because it is obtained from natural sources like citrus fruits. So the citric acid is organic acid. All the organic acids are weak acids. They cannot ionize completely on dissolving into water. They ionize only few out of complete molecules. If we dissolve completely around 100 molecules into water, only 10 or 15 molecules will be ionized or separated into respective positive and negative ions. Remaining all molecules will be in the form of molecules only. So such kind of acids are called weak acids. Weak acids. So if you observe here the remaining acids, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid. So these three are strong acids because they are inorganic acids and that too they ionize completely on dissolving into water. So these are strong acids. These three are strong acids. Almost they can completely ionize into respective positive and negative ions when dissolved into water. But whereas citric acid is a organic acid, it cannot ionize completely. So it is a weak acid among these. Okay. Next last question. Juice prepared from lemon is taken in a glass tumbler and water is added to it. Then a red litmus paper and a blue litmus paper were dipped into it. What changes were observed? So what they have done? They have taken lemon juice and they have added some water to it. Now lemon juice is prepared in the glass tumbler. Now they have taken two litmus papers, one blue colored and red litmus colored. Both are dipped simultaneously. What color changes are shown with these two litmus papers? That is the question. Let us see options. Blue litmus paper turns red. Red litmus paper turns blue. Red litmus paper becomes white. Blue litmus paper becomes white. So what changes we see when these blue litmus and red litmus papers are dipped into lemon juice, children? So what is the nature of this lemon juice? If you understand that, we can answer this. Yes, lemon juice contains certain acids in them. So it is acidic. Now, acids will show color change with blue litmus paper only. Blue litmus paper turns red in the presence of acids. It won't show any effect with red litmus paper. It won't show any color change with the red litmus. It will show color change with blue litmus paper only. Blue litmus paper turns into red because this lemon juice contains some acids like citric acid and ascorbic acid. We know acids change blue litmus to red. See here, the blue litmus paper turns into red because this lemon contains citric acid and ascorbic acid. So blue litmus can turn red. It turns into red color. Okay, children. This is about assessment on acids, bases, and salts. Okay. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and visit our website www.aimstoday.in for latest updates and recorded videos. Thank you.